Hi everybody, I'm Joe with Adult Services, and we're putting together a really easy do-it-yourself take-and-make kit called beard oils today. And it's really crazy simple. Basically, you have your container here that we provide. It has a nice screw-on lid. This will be important later. And you already have a couple oils provided. You have a sweet almond oil provided, and you also have a jojoba oil provided. Those are basically the base for the beard oil. What you do is you just go ahead and pour these things as much as you want to. If you want to make a couple separate ones, that's fine. You don't need a whole lot. This oil goes really far. So you just do a little bit of the jojoba, a little bit of the sweet almond oil, and then you mix it. And in this case, I happen to have an old dowel rod around, and you just go through and just stir it up as best you can. So nothing, like I said, not too exciting, and really simple, but quite handy if you happen to have a beard. As you can tell, I don't, and since this is a do-it-yourself video for the month of June and not the month of June, say 2023, when I'll have when I'd actually be able to grow a beard that would be worth this little amount of effort. Well, anyway, we'll see. I'll give a demonstration a little bit later at the end of the video about that. But here we got this all mixed up here. So you got your jojoba and your almond oil all mixed together. I'm going to make a point of putting these lids back on to minimize the amount of mess. This is a very potentially messy little project because of the oil. In fact, there's oil on my fingers already. And so you get out your so important paper towels, clean up a little bit, and now we're going to look at what scents are available. Now you have cedarwood, lavender, and tea tree oil. Tea tree oil, as you're familiar with, is a very strong but antibacterial oil. It's really handy. Lavender, of course, has a nice scent to it. I would be more of a cedarwood oil kind of guy personally. That's just me. I'm just wired that way. But we have our little tube here that we provided, and they were taped shut. So hopefully it didn't leak. One hopes. And you just go ahead and pop it back here. See, it's just a little bitty thing like that. You can sort of see, really small. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole shebang because we want it to smell a lot like cedarwood. And the idea of saving half of this amount of oil seems a little bit silly to me, but I think it'll work out. And again, do the fingers, dowel rod, and then this one will be a little more difficult, but you can actually see the color of the cedarwood oil, so you can really help make sure that it is mixed up really nice and properly. And it looks like I did a good job there. So yeah, basically this all combination just sort of looks a little bit like vegetable oil, basically, as you can see right here. Leave that there. Don't need to waste any of it, but this will go really far. So just even a little bit like this, which is half this container, will last you quite a while. Certainly, I think a couple weeks probably in all likelihood, depending on how much oil you really want to use on your beard. So that is pretty much it. It's really quite simple. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to work it through your beard. Though some of you watching this will have a better idea than I do, since I have never actually had a proper beard in my life. So we'll keep doing this and we'll go from there. I'll be back in a moment. Hey everybody, I'm back, and it's either a lot of time has passed and I've grown a really nasty looking beard, or I have purchased a fake beard online and it arrived at my doorstep yesterday afternoon. You can probably guess which one that might be, but as you might recall, we used the jojoba oil and the sweet almond oil to create a base, which we poured into the provided container. And then we used the tube of cedarwood oil, because that's the scent I would more prefer than, say, the tea tree oil or the lavender oil. Poured that in, mixed it all up using a dowel rod or whatever you happen to have at home, old spoon, anything, doesn't really matter. Just don't want to use it for anything else. And then you just work this in, and it's just basically like this. Shake out the excess, and then you just sort of work it in. And if this was like a real beard, I'd be able to also rub it into my chin and along the jawline and everything else, make that nice and smooth. It really works as a wonderful conditioner for your beard, so it looks much better, much softer to the touch, and just a lot more pleasant experience for those of you who have beards. So I don't know, I've never had a proper beard, but until now, of course. But I think this is a nice little project. I think that would be pretty handy for you down the road, and Like I said, if you use this jojoba oil or the almond oil in the future, you can also add some other of your essential oils you might have around the house or want to go buy that are different scents that might be more your liking. Oh yeah, I hope you enjoyed this.